everyone. Here at Lidaholics we believe that a heat map from a laser scan is one of the most powerful tools that an architecture, engineering, or construction company can utilize. We also understand that, if you aren't used to seeing them, they can be a bit overwhelming. In this video we will share some tips and tricks that you can utilize to make sure that people can make the most of your deliverables. However, we should first go over why heat maps are a superior method by looking at other methods. Matt will take it from here.
Thank you, LidaBot. On your screen is a sample of a FFFL report. Although this method is driven by ASTM, it leaves a lot to be desired. To create this report, someone takes samples along 3 separate lines. This method leaves a large area untested and provides no frame of reference for trouble areas.
Next is a gridded inspection, or points on a grid. This method will provide more information than an FFFL. This information can be collected by typical survey equipment, mostly total stations, GPS, and scanners. The problem with this method is that you either have to choose points that are too close that they can't be displayed correctly, or points that are too far apart and you miss potential problems. This brings us to the heat map. The heat map can be used in horizontal or vertical positions.
Unlike other methods, it shows the entire area. It can be used to show how flat, level, how it varies from a model, or even how it's changed over time. This brings us to tip number 1, a description. A description doesn't need to be long, but it does need to be precise. It should give anyone reading it the tools they need to decipher what the heat map is showing. Tip number 2, KISS. Keep it simple, smarty pants. In this case, I'm referring to the gradient, or color key on the right side of the screen there. I find that anything more than 11 colors is too much. I've even had people request just 3 colors. A good color, a low color, and a high color. In my opinion, that doesn't show enough information, but for some people it works. Play with it a little bit each time. Eventually you'll find certain ones that really speak to you and that you can use over and over again. This brings us to tip number 3, labels. Labels are a great tool, but use them sparingly. Try to highlight the most problematic areas only. Final tip. Not every software has this capability, but if you can create 3D PDFs in your software, we definitely recommend it. Nothing makes a customer happier than being able to navigate the point cloud in their preferred PDF reader.
We hope you found these tips and tricks useful. It's important to remind yourself that the scan data that you've been working on makes complete sense to you, but for someone seeing it for the first time, it might not. If you want to learn how to step up your deliverable game, or want someone to produce quality deliverables for your project, feel free to reach out. And remember, a scan a day keeps the sadness away.